Really? Really? That is how you feel? How dare you? How dare you do this? When I finally get a hold of you, I am going to destroy everything you know. Do you understand me? I don't understand. What? Is there something wrong with me? Is there something that just doesn't work? What is wrong? Why does all this bad stuff happen to me? Well, there is really only one recourse as to what we can do. We have to get revenge. They destroyed us. The only way that we can ever improve this situation is to remove them from the game. Look, I really don't care, okay? Yeah, you screwed up. I screwed up too. Let's just put some distance between us. Leave it alone, okay? You really think that's going to mean anything to me? You have no idea what I'm capable of. Alright, hi everybody. My name is Richard Vigorelli, and I am your guide for everything Chinese astrology and everything Chinese medicine, and it's all set up so us Westerners can understand. May have hurt my pinky. So, good news is it still works. So, what I was demonstrating there were various types of anger. So why am I talking about anger? Well, anger is a natural, normal human emotion. It's actually a very good emotion. To distance yourself from anger is not a wise idea because it's part of who we are. As people, as animals, as apes, it's good, it's normal. The thing is, indulging in that anger is not a good idea, okay? It can actually injure your heart, it can injure your liver, it can injure your kidneys, it can injure a lot of different things. So, what do we do about it? Well, the most important thing about anger is you need to understand it. And I'm going to use some Chinese astrology today in order to help you do that. First of all, we're going to look at the elements of the 5 elements of Chinese astrology and Chinese medicine in order to kind of get a handle on what the person's going to be like. Then we're going to look at all 12 animals, okay? So there's only going to be a couple of things here. All right, so first of all, let's talk about water. What is a water person like when they get angry? Well, they get kind of mopey. They withdraw. They almost become self-destructive, and they tend to attack themselves. A lot of times you will see them crying in the bathroom, crying in the shower. They will often turn to alcohol, and they'll have intermittent spikes of tear-filled rage. Okay? But a lot of it's going to be a lot of crying mopiness, all right? Because water is all about healing. It's about teaching. So what they want to do is they want to understand why they got angry. Okay? So, a wood person, on the other hand, will become very outward. They will yell, they will scream, they will fight, they will hit stuff, they will break stuff, they will put their fists through a wall, they'll have a lot of very loud physical anger. Okay? And the more wrong they feel, the worse it gets. A fire person, on the other hand, they won't necessarily hit things. They won't break stuff. They won't become, wow, that is swelling up. Look at that. Yikes. So, what they will do is they'll yell, they'll scream. They will also go out and get people to turn against the object of their anger. So let's say that you're a woman and your boyfriend cheated on you, and you're a fire type. Okay, little firecrackers, we call them. So what you're going to do is you're going to go around to each one of his friends, each one of your friends, each one of his family members, each one of his co-workers, etc., 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 and you're going to have a little talk with them. And then you're going to amass this big army against one person. Or at least that'll be your goal. Okay? And then when it does finally come to blows, it's going to be a lot of yelling, a lot of accusing, and a lot of finger pointing. Okay? And there'll be nothing but hate and rage in the eyes. Okay? Earth, on the other hand, this person is going to become very, very cold. Yeah, they may get upset and yell and scream a little bit, but it's going to be more hurtful. It's going to be a lot like water in that regard. What an Earth-type person is going to do is they're going to exclude you from the group. Okay? An Earth-type person, when they get angry, they just won't give you anything. Earth is known for their ability of kindness. They are known for their welcoming nature. They are known for their ability to give someone love and attention and all of this stuff. When they're angry, they just cut that off. They're no longer kind. So what an Earth-type person will do is they'll ghost you. They'll just turn their back on you. They will, under no circumstances, ever talk to you again. For any reason. Until they feel that, well, you kind of served your term and come on back. Okay. You cannot go to an Earth-type person in order to mend the fence. You have to let them come to you. Okay? Especially if they're a dog type, but we'll get to that. So, what about metals? Metals are renowned for their temper. But a metal-type person isn't necessarily physically violent. They'll be psychologically violent. A metal-type person is very cold, very calculating, and they can turn sadistic with what they do. A metal-type person will injure you mentally, emotionally, financially. They will only injure you physically if it is logically necessary. And they tend to go overboard with that. A lot of times you will only know a metal person is the one behind all of the negative things going on in your life when you feel the knife move into your stomach. And they stare at you with a very emotionless but satisfied look on their face. Okay? So let's talk about the animals. What about these 12 animals shows anger? Well, first of all, you need to understand where it comes in. The temper is best shown in a person with the animal in the hour part of the chart. So you got the year, the day, and the hour. Okay? A person's temper will come up most prominently in the hour. Now, the way that manifests will also depend on what the element is on the day side of the chart. Okay? So as I said, metal type person, you would be born on a metal day. Okay? So let's say that, we'll start at the top. Let's talk about the rat. Rats are clever. They're one of the smartest animals in the zodiac, if not the smartest. They may not be book smart, but they're quick-witted, they're brilliant, they're excellent talkers. What the rat will do is they will figure out a very, very clever scheme. Now let's say that you have a rat in the hour and you're born on a metal day. This person is going to be almost like the Count of Monte Cristo. They will find the most clever, convoluted scheme of getting back at the object of their anger and their rage. They will figure out a way to destroy every little bit of their life. And then maybe they'll kill them. Okay? Maybe. It just depends on how they feel the wrong has been done. So, let's move on to the ox. Ox is a very, very earth-oriented animal. So what the ox is going to do is they're going to do their best to hold on to the old status quo. They will apologize. They will do their best to right the wrong because a lot of times they will make the assumption that they're the ones that did it. Otherwise, why would it have happened? Why would the status quo have changed? They must have done something inadvertent. So they will do their best to right this wrong. But then they figure out that they're not the ones that did it. So what they'll do is they'll just push you away. And you will never talk to them again. You can try. But the ox is renowned for its stubbornness. And what the ox is going to do is, or they'll ghost you. Or, you'll call them and say, hey, I want to apologize. Click. Hello? Okay. Tiger. The tiger temper is renowned for its violence. A pure tiger temper, the person will become physically violent very, very quickly, and they'll throw things, they'll break things, they will break you, they will cause harm in some physical fashion. And then when they're done, they go back, they lick their paw, wash their face, and go back to being a pretty kitty. Okay? Rabbit. Rabbit is a naturally very timid creature. Very intelligent, very good with talking to people. So what the rabbit is going to do is they are going to retreat. They're going to do something very similar to the rat, in that they are going to do their best to muster an army to go against whatever it is that has felt wrong to them. Okay? You will find a rabbit talking on the phone a lot. You will find a rabbit, well, for lack of a better term, bitching. Okay? And they will do their best to turn people against each other in order to correct the mishap. Okay? The way that they do that depends on the associated element. Okay? So let's say you got rabbit and fire together. This rabbit will go out into the world and they will post pictures on billboards, TV spots, radio spots. They will sit down and talk with people in very public places about what has gone wrong. And they will try to get sympathy, okay? Because the rabbit cannot do it on its own. It needs help, okay? Dragon. The dragon is as intense as the tiger in its temper, but the dragon is more calculated, okay? As I've said before, when I did dragons, all 5 dragons, no matter what the element, they will become psychologically violent. They will destroy a person, and then they'll rip them apart. And they will feel no emotion while they're doing it. They may feel pleasure, maybe, like a sense of justice. Okay? Snake. When a snake gets angry, because they are so very intelligent, but you also have to understand that a snake doesn't have any arms. Okay? They coil. and then they strike. So the snake will use its venom when it's angry. So this person will do things in a very, very smart, cut way. Let's say that they're an artist. The object of their anger will become a piece will become an aspect of their art. One example of this is Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is actually a snake. So she will, if she gets angry with you, she'll write a song about you. And she'll make millions off of your stupidity. Okay? Just ask all of her ex-boyfriends. We can name a few. If you do stuff to a snake, they will get even. And they will get even in such a way that you're not necessarily hurt, but you are lowered while they're raised by comparison. Okay? Horse. Horse gets angry. Very similar to what a tiger or a dragon will do. They have the vocalizations of a tiger, and they have the calculation of the dragon. But the thing about the horse is, it's right there. Okay? So if you make a horse angry, they'll just unload on you. They'll call you names, they will point out how dumb you are and what you have falsely thought of was a good idea, and so forth. Okay? Then we got the goat. Goat person, very similar. But the goat is more retreating and then attacking. Okay? Whereas the horse is all attack, all attack, all attack. The goat / ram / sheep is much more accusatory in what they do. They will physically berate you a little bit. They'll point their finger at you, and they'll say, well, you did this and you did that, and it's not my fault. How dare you say that? Okay? You won't see a lot of physical violence from a goat, unless they perceive you to be picking a physical fight. And then they'll give you a good wallop. They'll usually attack somewhere around here. Okay? Somewhere around the neck, or somewhere around the head. Because they want the fight over quickly. Okay? Sheep goats, and sheep, goat, ram is naturally a very gentle sign. So they don't really want to fight that much. But they will if they have to. So what about the monkey? Oh, the crazy, crazy monkey. The clever little monkey. The mischievous little monkey. What happens when the monkey is angry? Well, they throw things. Use your imagination. Think of a chimpanzee that's upset, bouncing around, picking up sticks, smashing them on the ground, yelling, throwing stuff, and then they get up and leave. Now, the throwing of things might be physical. It might also be emotional. Monkey is very capable of ostracizing. They will sometimes go after other members of the social group in order to break down your allies. So let's say you're married to him. Let's say you're married to somebody with monkey. Try to take you away from them. Okay? A monkey will do their best to remove the person or thing that is angering them and push them away, while taking the thing that they care about and bringing it closer to them. And they're very, very smart about how they do that. Okay? Rooster. Roosters are renowned for their lack of tact. Very, very intellectually aggressive. So a rooster, when they're angry at a person, yeah, they might get into a fight and, beat you down a little bit, but chances are they're just going to make you look stupid. They're going to make fun of you. They are going to do their best to make you feel about this big and then ostracize. Okay? And they kind of understand how to do that. So, what about the dog? You do not want to anger a dog. A dog will literally fight in tooth and claw. If you get into a fight with a dog, you're screwed. Okay? Dog will become physically violent, especially with hitting. Okay? Dog people are renowned for their physical strength. Okay? One dog that I know, very beautiful woman, she had fight bites on her fists from getting into fights. She had a big long one right here. I asked her about it one day and she said, yeah, it's because I decked somebody. Cut my hand with his tooth as it came flying out of his mouth. I asked, what the hell did he do? He cheated on my best friend. Yeah. Dogs are renowned for their loyalty. When that loyalty becomes wounded, they become your worst enemy. Okay? So, if you run afoul of a dog, they will hurt you. And they will not stop. Lastly, the pig. The most brilliant yet gullible of the animals. What happens when the pig gets angry? Well, first of all, they sulk. Pigs are sulkers because they tend to turn inward because of the water nature of the animal. As they realize and they go through their calculations and figure out what has gone on, the pig will do one of two things. Either say, screw it and let it go, or they'll become almost sadistic. A pig that's really angry, especially if they're born on a metal day, they will find the person and they'll take them out. They're not going to outright kill them. No. That's for the tiger. Okay? What the pig is going to do, especially if they're really upset, is they'll take the person, seclude them, tie them down, and torture them mentally. Because the pig is outrageously intelligent. They understand what humans are like, and they will go after a person's intelligence, and they will break it down. How exactly do they do that? Well, they'll play mind games with you. They will tell you one thing and then do another. Pigs are very Machiavellian in that way. And when they become angry, their gullibility disappears because they lose the capacity to trust. So you can say, look, dude, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. No, I'm not going to forgive you. I don't trust you. You mess with me once, we're done. And then they go to work on you. Even more. So, this has been my interpretation of what anger is in accordance with Chinese astrology. I may have broken my pinky. Oopsie. So I'm going to go take care of this right now. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to hit that big red subscribe button below. And if you got any questions for me, please feel free to visit my website at vigintmed.com. That stands for vigorelliintegratedmedicine.com, and go ahead and send me a message there. You can also send me a message in the comments. If you'd like me to take care of your chart, please let me know. Yes, there is a fee for it if you want me to do an in-depth analysis, but we can work that out later. So I'll be back later with something else. Until then, you take care, and I will see you later.